you seeing miracles unfold in your daily life? Are doors opening that others can't explain? It's almost as if you're being guided by a force greater than yourself. That's because, as a chosen one, you are walking in divine empowerment. This isn't something everyone has. You've been set apart, given a sacred calling that comes with the power to impact lives and change spiritual destinies. You are marked not by chance but by the hand of God. Before we continue, type "I am chosen for God" in the comments to receive the wisdom of this sermon and as your declaration of your faith to our Father in heaven. Without further ado, let's dive into the first power. The first power God gave you is insight, a divine vision that goes beyond what the natural eyes can see. This is no ordinary sight. It's spiritual discernment. It allows you to see through the illusions of this world and grasp the deeper truths that God reveals to His chosen. The world might see chaos, but you see order. The world may only see obstacles, but you see opportunities wrapped in disguise. This is the power that enables you to navigate the stormy waters of life and come out victorious. Think about the story of Elisha and his servant in 2 Kings 6. The servant was afraid when he saw the enemy armies surrounding them. He saw defeat. But Elisha, full of divine insight, prayed, "Lord, open his eyes so that he may see." And when the Lord opened the servant's spiritual eyes, he saw the mountains full of horses and chariots of fire all around them. The enemy was outnumbered, and victory was already theirs. That's the power of spiritual vision, and you have it too. Like Elisha, God has given you the ability to see the unseen, to understand things hidden from the natural eye. While others are overwhelmed by fear or confusion, you can discern the truth. You can see beyond the surface. In a business deal, you know the real intentions of those sitting at the table. In relationships, you can sense when something is off without a word being spoken. Your insight is sharper than any human wisdom. It's divinely given, and it's what sets you apart. This power of insight isn't just for you. It's for those around you too. As a chosen one, you are called to lead others out of darkness and confusion. When people come to you with problems, you have the answers because God has already revealed the truth to you. You are like a beacon in their storm, guiding them to the light of truth and clarity. But don't take this gift lightly. It's a responsibility. You've been chosen to see because you've also been chosen to lead. Your spiritual insight comes from your continual alignment with God's truth, and as long as you remain in Him, you will continue to see clearly. The second power God has placed in you is the power of creation. You're not just meant to exist. You're meant to create, to bring into being what has never existed before. This isn't just about talent or skill. As a chosen one, your creativity flows straight from divine inspiration, echoing the Creator Himself. You've been given the ability to manifest solutions, ideas, and projects that don't just change the world, they reflect the mind of God. Let's look at Bezalel, the artisan chosen by God, in Exodus 31 to build the tabernacle. God didn't just pick anyone. He chose Bezalel because he was filled with the Spirit of God. His work wasn't just crafting, it was divinely inspired creation. He didn't simply build a structure. He built a holy place where God would dwell among His people. In the same way, the work of your hands isn't just about creating something for the sake of it. Your creations carry divine purpose. When you step into the power of creation, you are crafting things that are infused with the presence of God, just like Bezalel. In business, your ideas and strategies stand out because they aren't just clever. They're God-breathed. When others hit a wall, you break through because your solutions come from a place of divine insight. You're not just following market trends. You're leading them, setting a higher standard that reflects the wisdom of heaven. In science or innovation, your breakthroughs aren't mere coincidences. Like Bezalel, you tap into a deeper well of knowledge that others can't see. It's as if God is whispering secrets of the universe directly to you, giving you the keys to unlock progress that benefits humanity. And when it comes to social change, your initiatives touch more than physical needs. They heal the soul. Your work doesn't just feed the hungry. It awakens the spirit within them, aligning with God's heart for restoration. Chosen one, your power of creation is a sacred trust. You are a vessel through which God's creativity flows into the world. Every project, every invention, every act of creation is a prayer, a way to bring heaven to earth. Use this power boldly. What you create is not just for today, but for eternity. You have the ability to reshape the world and bring it closer to the divine vision God has for it. The third power God has placed in you is the power of resilience. This is not just about surviving, it's about thriving through trials that would break others. As a chosen one, you've been given divine strength to face obstacles head on and come out victorious. Your resilience isn't ordinary, it's supernatural. While others may fall, you stand firm, turning adversity into a stepping stone toward your destiny. Think about the story of Job. He lost everything, his wealth, his health, even his family. Satan thought Job would curse God, but Job's faith never wavered. Even when his friends and wife told him to give up, Job stood firm, saying, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." Job 13:15. And because of his resilience, God restored everything to Job, giving him double for his trouble. That's the kind of resilience God has given you. There are moments when life seems to throw you into the fire. A career failure, a devastating personal loss, or a health crisis that tries to steal your hope. But chosen one, you're not like the world. Where others see an end, you see a path forward. Where others break down, you break through. This resilience comes from your deep connection to God, who strengthens you even in the darkest times. You know you are never walking through the fire alone. God is with you every step of the way. Your resilience is more than just personal strength. It's a testimony. When people see you face challenges and still keep moving forward, they are witnessing the power of God at work. You become a light in their darkness, a beacon of hope that they too can overcome their trials. Your life is a living sermon, teaching others that with faith, no challenge is too great, no storm too fierce to overcome. And when the storm passes, you don't just survive, you thrive. You emerge stronger, wiser, and more connected to your divine purpose. While others may stay stuck in their pain, you turn it into growth. Your resilience is the key to unlocking not only your potential, but also your ability to lead and inspire others. Chosen one, embrace this power of resilience. It doesn't mean you won't face hard times, but it does mean you are invincible in spirit. You may bend, but you will never break. Stand firm, knowing that after every dark night, the dawn always comes. The fourth power God has given you is the power of influence, the ability to impact lives, shift atmospheres, and inspire change within your community. This is not about what you say or do alone, but about who you are. Your very presence reshapes the world around you, because as a chosen one, your influence carries the weight of heaven. Think about Esther, a young woman placed in a position of influence as queen. She didn't rise to power for herself, but for her people. When her people faced destruction, she could have stayed silent. But Esther knew her influence was a gift from God, a tool to save her people. She boldly approached the king, risking her life, and through her influence, she saved the entire Jewish nation. That's the power of influence. When you stand up for what's right, you can change destinies. Chosen one, your influence is not just in the words you speak, but in the way you live your life. Every decision you make, whether it's choosing integrity over shortcuts or showing kindness in a world full of indifference, is a ripple that touches the lives of others. People are watching you even when you don't realize it. When you choose to walk in God's ways, your life becomes a living sermon. You are silently teaching others how to live with purpose and honor. In your workplace, maybe you're the one who brings integrity to the table. You implement policies that respect others, stand for fairness, and uplift those who feel overlooked. Your influence goes beyond tasks. It transforms the environment. People around you begin to reflect those higher standards because your presence raises the bar. In your community, you're a leader in times of need. You don't wait for others to act. You step up, whether it's organizing help during a crisis or leading discussions that unite people. You are the heartbeat of action and unity. Your influence is not about control. It's about inspiration. Just like Esther, you are called to stand in the gap for others. You see what others don't, and your empathy allows you to connect deeply. When you speak, people listen. When you act, they follow. You're not just changing behavior, you're awakening souls, helping people see the potential inside themselves that they didn't know existed. Embrace this power of influence as a sacred duty. It's an honor to lead others toward truth, justice, and purpose. Every kind word, every stand for righteousness, every act of love is a testimony of who you are in Christ. You're not just passing through this world, you're shaping it. The fifth power God has given you is the power of healing. This isn't just about curing physical sickness. It's about mending hearts, restoring relationships, and bringing peace to broken places. As a chosen one, your healing touch goes beyond the surface, reaching into the depths of emotional and spiritual wounds. You have the divine ability to not only heal individuals, but also restore harmony to families, friendships, and communities that have been shattered by pain, conflict, and misunderstanding. Look at the story of Joseph. Betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and imprisoned unjustly, Joseph could have been consumed by bitterness. But when he rose to power in Egypt, and his brothers stood before him in need, he didn't seek revenge. Instead, Joseph chose forgiveness over hatred. He revealed his true identity to them, not to condemn, but to heal. Joseph's decision to reconcile with his family brought healing, not just to himself, but to all of them. What was once broken was made whole again through his act of love and mercy. Genesis 45. You have the same power within you. Your words carry the balm that soothes emotional wounds. When you speak kindness, you are applying spiritual medicine to hearts that have been scarred by rejection, betrayal, and disappointment. You may not always realize it, but your understanding and compassion are healing forces that restore hope and bring people back to life. Perhaps you're the one people turn to when relationships are strained. In your circle, you are the peacemaker, the one who brings opposing sides together. Whether it's in your family, workplace, or community, your influence calms tensions and rebuilds trust where it has been lost. Your presence is like a cool breeze on a hot day, refreshing, comforting, and reviving weary souls. You see beyond the surface conflict and understand the deeper issues, helping others find peace. In every environment you touch, whether it's a broken family, a fractured team at work, or a divided community, you are a vessel of God's healing power. You don't just fix what's broken, you restore what was meant to be whole. This power of healing is a sacred responsibility. Each time you bring healing, you are reflecting God's heart for reconciliation and restoration. Chosen one, embrace this divine power. Healing is more than a gift. It's your mission. You've been called to heal, to restore, and to make whole what has been torn apart. The sixth power God has given you is the power of courage. This isn't just ordinary boldness. It's a divine strength that empowers you to take risks for righteousness and truth, even when fear tries to stop you. As a chosen one, your courage comes from a deep spiritual conviction, compelling you to move forward despite the shadows of doubt or the uncertainty that may surround you. It's the kind of courage that only comes from knowing that God is with you. Think of David when he faced Goliath. The entire army of Israel trembled in fear, but David, a young shepherd, stood up against the giant. He didn't rely on his own strength. He relied on God's. He declared, "The battle is the Lord's," 1 Samuel 17:47. And with a single stone, David brought down the enemy. That's the kind of courage you have. The courage to face giants in your life, knowing that God goes before you. Your courage shines when you stand for what's right, even if you have to stand alone. In moments when others remain silent, you are the one who speaks the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Whether you're defending someone who can't defend themselves, standing against corruption, or fighting for justice, your courage is not just an act of bravery, it's an act of faith. Your battlefield may look different. It might be in the workplace, where you refuse to compromise your integrity. It could be in your personal life, where you choose to forgive when bitterness would be easier. Or maybe it's in your community, where you take bold steps to lead, even when no one else dares. Each act of courage you take is a battle won in the war for righteousness. Like Joan of Arc, who was led by visions from God to fight for her people, you are called to face overwhelming odds with a heart that is fortified by faith. You may feel the weight of your decisions, but remember, your courage is guided by God's hand. You are not reckless. You are a warrior for truth and justice, empowered by the Spirit. Chosen one, embrace this power of courage. You weren't called to live a life of comfort, but a life of significance. With every act of bravery, you step closer to your divine purpose. And remember, courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. This courage is your gift from God, and as you wield it wisely, you'll see the world around you transformed by your convictions. The seventh power God has given you is the power of love, a love that mirrors the very heart of God. This is not just any love, but a sacrificial, unconditional love that goes beyond what the world knows. It's a love that heals, restores, and binds up the broken pieces of hearts, families, and even entire communities. As a chosen one, you are a vessel for this divine love, and it is through you that God's love touches those around you. Think of the Good Samaritan from Luke 10. When others passed by the injured man on the road, it was the Samaritan who stopped. He didn't know the man, and they were from different backgrounds, but he was moved by compassion. He tended to the man's wounds, carried him to safety, and paid for his care. That's what divine love looks like. It crosses boundaries and sacrifices for the sake of others, expecting nothing in return. Like the Samaritan, you are called to love those who may not even be able to repay you. Your love isn't limited by differences. It flows freely to heal and restore. Your love shines brightest when you forgive those who have wronged you, not because it's easy, but because you see beyond their actions. You understand that hurt people often hurt others, and your love has the power to break that cycle. Just as Jesus forgave those who nailed him to the cross, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing," Luke 23:34. You are called to forgive from a place of deep spiritual understanding. In your community, this love compels you to bridge divides that seem insurmountable. Whether the issue is race, class, or political ideology, you are the one who brings people together. You build bridges with empathy and compassion, and in doing so, you become a light in the darkness. This love is sacrificial. It asks you to set aside your own comfort to serve others, just like the Good Shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one lost sheep. It may mean giving up your time, resources, or even your emotional energy, but in doing so, you're reflecting the highest form of love, God's love. Chosen one, this power of love is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. In a world filled with division, your love is a beacon of hope. Every time you act in love, you are transforming the world around you, leading others toward unity and peace. Through this love, you are not only thriving, but you're showing others how to thrive too. This 7 divine powers bestowed upon you, insight, creation, resilience, influence, healing, courage, and love, are not just qualities. They are sacred gifts that shape your divine purpose and guide your path. These powers aren't separate, they work together, forming a spiritual arsenal that equips you to rise above the ordinary and bring God's extraordinary plan to life in your world. Your power of insight allows you to see beyond the surface, revealing the deeper truths that guide your steps. With creation, you manifest ideas and solutions that align with God's will, shaping the world around you with divine creativity. Resilience gives you the strength to endure and overcome every trial that tries to knock you off course, turning challenges into stepping stones. Through influence, you lead by example, inspiring others to follow God's light through your actions and decisions. The healing you bring doesn't just mend physical ailments, it touches hearts, restores relationships, and brings peace where there was once conflict. Courage empowers you to confront the darkness, stand for righteousness, and fight battles that others may avoid, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. And above all, love is the cornerstone of your divine calling. Your love is not ordinary, it's sacrificial and unconditional, fostering forgiveness, understanding, and unity in every relationship, every interaction. Chosen one, I challenge you to reflect on these powers in your life. How can you strengthen each one to fulfill your divine purpose? These gifts are not static. They grow as you nurture them with devotion and practice. Each decision you make, each action you take, can be an expression of these divine powers. Let your life be a testimony, an open book, that inspires others to walk in God's power as you do. Share your journey, not just as personal stories, but as testimonies of God's work in your life. Your path is a light for others, just as others before you have lit the way. Together, as we cultivate these divine powers, we won't just change ourselves, we will transform the world around us. Embrace this calling with humility and boldness. You are not just a participant in God's plan, you are a storyteller of His greatness. Thank you for watching and being part of this powerful message. If this video has touched your heart, please like, share it with others who need this message, and type Amen in the comments. Your engagement helps spread this word to those who need encouragement and hope. May God bless you.